Make a good one here, and eventually we will like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and rank up my channel. I greatly appreciate any views, any likes, any subscribers. You guys are awesome. You guys make it possible to make content. So, anyways, we're going to be talking about everything that happened on Disney Star Wars on Investor Day. Disney Investor Day, not Star Wars Investor Day, but we're going to be talking about all the Star Wars stuff, and my chair is slowly decompressing. I got to get a better chair. This is ridiculous. I'm going full-on Ant-Man right now. I'd like to know who's excited for what the most and who thinks which show is a bad idea, which show is the least interesting. So first up, I want to talk about Lando. It seems like a retreading of the Solo movie that they tried to do that flopped. And I think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I do think it's a way for them to try to continue what they were actually going to do with the Solo movies. So this series will be the equivalent of whatever two movies were likely to follow, because I'm sure they had intent to make that a trilogy. I can't remember if they exclusively said that. I'm pretty sure that was the intent. So, with that said, I don't think Lando's going to have... I don't think it's going to go the distance. I don't think that many people are going to be interested in it. I don't even know how many episodes they intend to make. But I had to fix my chair because I'm shrieking. God damn it. So, beyond that, the New Republic show. The Rangers of the New Republic, I think it was called. That one. How many people are excited for that one? How many people are interested in that one? I think it's going to be Gina Carano's show as much as people want her to be canceled. I don't think it's happening. I think this is going to be her show. I think she's going to be the main character. I could absolutely be wrong, but all evidence so far suggests that that is what's happening. So, Gina Carano getting her own show. How do you feel about that, you people that want to cancel her? How do you feel about that? I think it's a beautiful thing that if this is, in fact, her own show, I mean, it is a way to get her off The Mandalorian for those who dislike her and really like The Mandalorian. And to give her her own show, which I think would be amazing. A lot of people won't tune in. Well, I don't know how big that crowd is that actually wants her canceled. I know they make a lot of noise, but I don't think they compare to all the people that want her to be around and think she's awesome. So, beyond that one, we got the Ahsoka show. That's very interesting. The logo for that one's very interesting. It could allude to some kind of time travel or multiverse situation. I'm very curious to see what they would do there. But it will likely just be about Ezra Miller, Ezra Bridger. God, their names are too close together. It'll likely be about the whole Thrawn situation and Ezra Bridger. That's what I'd assume, but I'm not sure. It could be about rebuilding a Jedi Order. That could be really interesting, but I tend to doubt it. So I have not the faintest idea of what this show could be about. Anybody wants to chime in the comments section and give their take, I'd really like to hear it. So beyond that, we had a couple announced, like a show about R2 and C-3PO helping out some droid. I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know. I know a lot of people will actually tune in that one because they love R2 and C-3PO. But what time is it going to be set in, and do people really want it? Is it really going to hold people's interest? Because technically, your two main characters, unless the new droid's going to be able to like talk clearly where you can understand, unless it's some kind of like HK-47 droid, then absolutely people are going to love the hell out of it. But I'm very curious to see what that goes. I don't have high expectations for that one. It seems a little weird. I don't know how long it would last. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it, though. What do you think they're possibly going to do with it? Where do you think it's going to be set at in the timeline? All that good stuff. And if the other droid isn't going to be able to talk clear, plain English, then the main character on the show that's going to do all the talking is going to be C-3PO, because we can't understand R2-D2, and he's going to have to translate absolutely everything. So, it'll likely be about some droid trying to travels, like with some secret plans or some secret confidential data in them that they have to protect and guide or something. I'm not sure how it would go. But moving on, let's talk about the animated shorts they're promising. I'm not really too interested in that because they're animated shorts in a kind of anime style. They might look cool, but they're not. I wouldn't expect them to have some kind of longevity or like extraordinary impact. Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to have much to offer, but they'll be interesting to see, at the least. But I'm curious, your thoughts on that? What do you think of those? What do you expect from those? Do you think anything like truly monumental is going to come out of that? Moving on, the Rogue One Patty Jenkins movie. That one there could be really interesting, but is this going to be the formation of Rogue One? I forgot some of the details. They didn't mention too much, but it's going to be a Rogue One movie, so it's going to be the formation of Rogue One. Rogue Squadron. I assume it sounds like it'll be a lot like Rogue One, though. It's going to be Rogue Squadron, except don't expect absolutely everybody to die. I don't because Wedge Antilles and all them. So that will be an interesting one. I do have confidence in Patty Jenkins' ability as a director, but still, yeah, who's pinning the story is, and just there's so much more in there. And are we gonna keep milking the past for? So beyond that, like I want to know how many people are excited for a Rogue One movie. Is there any characters you'd like to get a cameo of or anything from the Star Wars universe at large in that particular film? And how do you feel about the film? What do you think their mission's going to be when it all comes down to it? And what do you think potential changes could come to the continuity from it? Because that moves us into the next one. The biggest one, the one I'm most excited for, is the Obi-Wan series that's going to have Hayden Christensen back as Darth Vader. However, I am very concerned about it. I will put a little link up there to my other video where it talks about Obi-Wan and all these ladies that they're jamming in the show. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be the Obi-Wan series. It's only supposed to be like 6 episodes. But they're jamming in all these women of diversity, women of color, all these just women in general. They're jamming it filled with all these different women, and I don't know why. And another thing is Kathleen Kennedy promises a rematch between Anakin and Darth Vader. Well, that's kind of a problem because in A New Hope, they have that scene, that exchange where he's like, last time I saw you, you were the master and I was the apprentice, or something like that. It's in this article. I can't remember that scene exactly, like word by word. So, I've been waiting for you, Obi. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. Only a master of evil, Darth. So, if they're going to get a rematch, isn't this going to break continuity? Is Darth Vader going to suddenly forget that he was on Tatooine? Because this is supposed to take place 10 years after the prequels. It's supposed to largely take place on Tatooine. Are we doing flashbacks with Hayden Christensen? How much he's going to be in this suit? She made a big deal about having him back, which it is a big deal. And maybe he'll get a chance to redeem himself on the acting front. But really, I think it was the content he had to work with. Not so much his acting. But anyways, a lot of people have mixed feelings on that one. So, Hayden Christensen back and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. That's absolutely awesome. That's amazing. Obi-Wan's my favorite character. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is my favorite. Obi-Wan, this is something I'm highly looking forward to, highly anticipating, but at the same time, they're doing all this weird stuff. It's supposed to be an Obi-Wan show, right? About his isolation, him looking over Luke, but it's being crammed with all these female characters because diversity and representation and gender wage gap matters or whatever, which the myth of gender wage gap. So, But this is really concerning because it sounds like it's Obi-Wan and friends are friends with Obi-Wan just happen to be there, and then for some reason there's supposed to be some rematch between these two, even though they're not supposed to interact before. Um, so there's just all kinds of things I'm concerned about as they try to milk nostalgia to cash in and try to redeem themselves for the damaging Last Jedi movie they did, and um, the Solo movie that lost money. So I'm really curious to hear everybody's take on this one. Are you looking forward to it? Do you think they're going to damage the continuity more? Do you think this is going to be underwhelming? Do you think the show's going to be stolen from Obi-Wan by all these new female characters they're introducing? And how much of Hayden Christensen are they actually going to show, because he is Darth Vader now? Are they going to show his face all burnt up? What are they going to do there? I want to know your thoughts and opinions on all this new Star Wars news. I'm sure I'm missing something. The Bad Batch, that's self-explanatory. They had a trailer for that, so I may be forgetting something. I'm not sure, but this was all the new content. What are you most excited for? What are you not excited for? What do you think they're going to screw up? Do you think they're going to screw it all up? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Big good one here. Eventually, we will stay awesome and rock on.